Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Southern Broadcast Gaming Network's broadcast of Old Glory Truck Series. Tonight, I'm going to be your host, Miss Amanda, and joining me in the booth tonight is going to be Ms. Brianna Laurent. Brianna, how are you doing this evening?
I am good. I'm excited to watch some racing at Michigan.
It is definitely going to be a fun track tonight. We are at Michigan International Speedway. We're looking at 65 laps, 70% fuel, 3 sets of tires. So that's definitely going to make for an interesting night tonight. And I do believe we are finishing up qualifying laps.
Richard Racing?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, tonight's going to definitely be a interesting race as this track is going to, eat up a right front tire as the track heats up. You're going to see a lot of high line runs, middle line runs. The truck does not like to stay on the bottom of the track. It will push up. So I look for guys to get real tight on that bottom side coming out of turn number two. Turn number 3 and 4, you could pretty much hug that yellow line, but turn number two, the truck will push up. So we might see a couple cautions. Maybe, if the truck gets too tight and they are battling side by side, we might see that happen. But altogether, it might have some long green flag runs. So definitely look to those pit strategies.
Richard, we were talking earlier and we were determining that tonight was either going to be a really long, clean, boring race or it was going to be a whole lot of crazy wrecks.
I'm looking for the long and green. But Michigan is a draft track, so therefore you're probably going to have a lot of pack racing, probably a lot of single file for a little while. But it's definitely gonna make for some good racing.
All right, so let's go through our. Nope, not that one. Let's go through our points. All right, so currently sitting in first is going to be Cody Brown. Sitting in second is going to be Nathan Lafayette. Third is going to be Marshall Johnson. Fourth is going to be Billy Davison. Fifth will be Christopher Alkire. Sixth is going to be Zachary Stevens. Seventh is Mark Kincaid. Sitting in eighth is Jack Newmacher. And ninth is Jared Stone. Sitting in 10th is going to be Mr. Curtis Ecker. Sitting in 11th is going to be Ray Courtney. Robert Gray will be sitting in 12th. 13th will be Joel Munchell. 14th is Chase Greer. 15th, Stephen Light. 16th, Lucas Reed. 17th, Zachary Marchison. 18th, Damon Nagel. Currently sitting in 19th is going to be Sean Anderson. 20th will be Cody B. Johnson. 21st will be Ryan Von Henschel. 22nd will be Austin Harris. 23rd is going to be Mr. Jeremy Scherer. 24th will be Cliff Mullins. 25th will be Willie Evernham. 26th will be James Mandarood. 27th will be Dakota Long. 28th will be Kyle Chafin. 29th is going to be Jeffrey Rudick. 30th is going to be Lyle Mitchell. 31st is going to be Christopher Smith. 32nd, Corey Deal. 33rd, Dylan Hervatten. 34th is going to be Christopher Isaacs. And 35th is going to be Jacob Prince.
Yeah, so looking at those points, you know, you have 5 drivers that are already locked into the playoffs by wins, and you got a whole lot of drivers that are going to be fighting for, you know, positions to get locked in by points. So definitely going to see a lot of harder racing here tonight, but so that should make it pretty darn fun.
All right, and we are currently gridding up. Starting in first is going to be Dakota Long. Starting in second is going to be Sean Anderson. Third will be Marshall Johnson. Fourth is going to be Cody B. Johnson. Starting in fifth is going to be Cody Brown. Sixth will be Chase Greer. Seventh, Kyle Chapin. Eighth, Damon Nagel. Ninth is going to be Balin Powell. 10th will be Joel Munchell. 11th is Mark Kincaid. And starting in 12th is going to be Mr. Curtis Ecker. There we go.
Before y'all get too far into the broadcast, we can barely hear you on stream, Amanda.
Okay, let me. All right, check it now, Chris.
I'm waiting on it to catch up.
Okay. Go back here. All right, back to here. Starting in 12th is going to be Curtis Ecker. 13th will be Christopher Alkire. 14th, Lyle Mitchell. 15th, Billy Davison. 16th is going to be Lucas Reed. 17th is going to be Jeffrey Rudick. Starting in 18th will be Nathan Lafayette. And 19th is going to be Richard Hurst.
It's still the same, and the graphic has not updated back to the track, so we're all still looking at points.
All right, give it a second.
The graphic has
There you go, now it's updated.
Track, so we're all still looking at points.
All right, and we are green flag racing. Let's see. Somebody's already playing peekaboo.
It's gonna happen sometimes.
Yeah, it's that McDonald's Wi-Fi they like to use.
Better than that Dunkin' Donuts Wi-Fi.
I mean, Starbucks has good Wi-Fi. Just saying. Listen, I can sit in Starbucks and work, sir. Just saying.
Truck in the wall, truck in the wall.
Who's on the wall? Is it
Chris,
you?
No.
Oh. Oh.
Chris says that you're still really quiet, Amanda.
Let me go back into this.
Possibly turn your slider up.
It's all the way up. Let me hold on. All right.
Like the 47 truck.
All right. That maybe it's fixed. Don't quote me on it. All right. So tell him to check now and see what he says. Got a little bit of pack driving going on here. And if SDK would stop changing itself, it'd be nice. However, we have not known SDK to play nice. A lot of side-by-side driving going on here.
He said it's not fixed.
Let me...
Said he can hear me and Richard fine, but you're just a whisper.
Just a whisper, huh?
Yep. Hey, that's just what Chris is messaging me.
All right, let me see.
And there's a wreck.
And we have a yellow flag. Let's go back. Hey, look! Richard Hurst has crashed. Let's take a look at that.
It wasn't me.
It says you crashed.
Yeah, I crashed, but that was somebody else.
Oh, that was a whole mess.
Oh boy. That caught
several vehicles, several trucks. I say vehicles like it's multi-vehicle.
Looks like the two might have gotten a little loose.
Just a little bit. Let's go. You know what? While they're going under caution, let's see. Go back. St. Nathan Lafayette crashed. Go back to the yellow flag. We're going to take it slow and see what we get.
Collected a whole bunch of cars.
Yeah, the 00 was flipping. It's actually a pretty awesome sight to see.
Oh, let's go back. Look, it's a flying truck. He needs a cape.
It's a plane.
Looks like
it's a truck.
It needs a cape. It looks, no, that's not Jack. Who was that? Go back.
I think is Von Henschel.
Is that who that was? Do you see him? Up towards the front.
I think it was the number 2.
Let's see. It sure was. So the number 2 of Ryan Von Henschel broke loose and started going sideways. Now we have several trucks in the pits. Chase Greer out here leading. Christopher Alkire up 11 positions from where he started already, sitting in second place position. Marshall Johnson sitting in third. Zach Stevens in fourth. Dakota Long in fifth. Cody B. Johnson in sixth. Sean Anderson seventh. Lyle Mitchell eighth. Mark Kincaid ninth. And Billy Davison in 10th.
Yeah, that collected over, I think, over almost half the field, if not over that.
It did. It got quite a few of them.
Yeah, on that pit stop, a lot of trucks just jumped in and took fuel. It looks like Jay Munch is gonna definitely get EO well penalty. I'm not exactly sure what that was for. Maybe because the 2 is already starting in the back. I'm not sure, but we'll have to find that out here in a little while.
It looked to me like he might have gotten a little bit into the 2.
Okay.
But that's, I think the 2 is loose either way. I don't know.
Yeah, he definitely had a drift thing going on.
Well, coming down the front stretch, it was almost 3 wide. Coming down the front stretch, I was actually off the gas and pretty much feathering it, trying to stay off of Zach Stevens. And then you had Curtis Ecker right there. He was fighting for a couple positions. But yeah, it was just a hornet's nest, so not a lot of evasive maneuvers could have done anything for anybody.
Yeah, watching the replay, Richard, it looked like he was just kind of going sideways, the back end was just not holding too well, and he just went with it.
But not a lot of nice looking trucks out here. I'm riding the 17. He's got a new paint scheme tonight, and from what I've seen, it looks really good.
Alright, so Chris says that he can hear you now.
He can hear me now.
He turned
Yes.
his hearing aids up.
Well, I'm sitting
Just
here and
kidding.
I'm adjusting it as I go, and it's like it's telling me how loud you guys are. It doesn't tell. I can see that I'm definitely there, but it's not telling me that I'm as loud as you guys. Oop. It looks like we are getting ready to go back green flag racing.
Like I said, I liked the 47 truck. That's pretty cool.
Let's see. Zach Stevens up here in his Daytona Hydro Dip Debbie truck.
The new, I don't remember him racing that one.
I believe that's a new paint scheme for him. Go through and take a look at the trucks while we're clean racing. We got some 3 wide there though, so that could be something to watch out for.
Someone's flashing.
Let SCK pick what's exciting. Oh, somebody just blinked out. Go back.
Yeah, I think the 44 was flashing a little bit.
Let me change views. Where is...
Ooh, they are making some moves up towards the front. They are going from high line to low line, trying to utilize that draft to keep up with the leader.
Yep, there's a, let's see, there's a little swarm actually right up there.
I'm riding right behind Cody Johnson, and he has got a battle of a lifetime and trying to get around Mark Kincaid.
We got a couple that were 3 wide there.
Side by side going in this turn. And not everybody's numbers match tonight, so that doesn't help much.
Mine definitely doesn't.
I see that. It's like, hey, who's that? Luckily, though, Richard, we all know what your number usually is, so the number on your truck is fine.
And is that Curtis Ecker riding up there in third? I think I see that orange truck sitting up there.
Actually, that would be Chase Greer sitting in third currently. Curtis Ecker appears to be a lap down truck at this point. Let's see. Let's see what SDK says is exciting.
Oh, there's a lot of exciting stuff. Oh, and Lyle Mitchell just got into the wall coming into turn number 1.
I should have had you do a screen share, Richard.
I like the 17 too. That's
Oh, that 47 is a nice looking truck.
yeah, that hydro dip. But you guys, like going 3 wide, and some of the like, it doesn't matter for me like what track, but like going 3 wide around the turns just makes me nervous.
So it makes me nervous just watching them. It's like, I can't do it. Can't do it.
Especially like if you're stuck in the middle.
Oh, that's got to be the worst feeling in the world. I have a hard time. Honestly, I have a hard time going into a
Another
turn with
truck on the
somebody on
wall.
either side of me.
And it looks like
43.
yep, the 43 got into the wall.
See, while we're watching this, we got some good clean racing. Let's go to our driver views for a few.
You got a battle for the lead.
Oh, you know what? About the time I go to change something. Let's see.
So that's just how it always goes.
Of course, Cody Johnson and Dakota Long up here battling it out. Dakota is going. You know what? I sure hope that's Dakota, because, like I said, SDK and the racetrack is not matching tonight. Dakota is gonna go ahead and pass Cody to take that first place position, but he has Cody B. Johnson and Sean Anderson right behind him. They are not going to let him take it easily. And there is Chase Greer right there with Sean Anderson, followed very closely by Balin Powell.
Ooh,
Cody B.
43
Johnson.
just got tight coming into turn number 2. And boy, he almost caused the big one again, but, or not again, but, you know, another one, but that was close right there.
You know what? And he went ahead and took a couple of y'all out.
Was that the 43?
It was the 43.
Yeah, his truck was really tight. So that's what you're going to see here also is you're going to see a lot of trucks utilize that pinch to the apron to their advantage because those trucks, without spinning out, they're going to have to check up really, really bad on that inside lane. So that's going to give that outer lane a really good advantage to with the momentum to get in front of that pinch truck.
Absolutely.
And we'll probably see everybody go in and take a set of tires here at lap 20.
Yes.
They have 3 sets of tires, right?
Yes, they do.
Yes.
3 sets of tires, 1 fast repair. We'll have 3 green-white checkers at the end of the race. All right, let's take a look at this real quick and see what exactly, maybe we can see exactly what happened. Looks like everything is going smoothly, and then it's not.
Mark Stevens saying, yes, new paint scheme. Yeah, I love it, Mark.
Yes.
Great looking paint.
That looked to be almost a racing incident to me.
Let's see. Take a little bit slow and see exactly.
If he just gets to the back, maybe a little
you know
bit.
what? It looks like he went to go to the outside a little bit more and then changed his mind. And about the time he changed his mind, who was it? Zach Stevens was right there. Clipped the front of Zach Stevens, and that's what caused the whole thing. So, and of course, now everyone is taking pit.
Nice little battle off of pit road. I think I still came out 8th. Yep. So who are your biggest movers of the race so far, Amanda?
So currently, Curtis Ecker is up 11 positions from where he started, and you are up 10 positions from where you started.
Nice. So Steven was given an EOL. Zach Stevens was given an EOL.
What was that?
Obviously, like race control, Chris has different views than I think maybe what we can see. Definitely been an exciting race so far.
It has, and with it being 65 laps, I wonder if that was a typo. But maybe not, because it seems to be longer than most tracks we have.
It being a basically a 2 mile track, you're going to get shorter laps because it is 2 miles. So it's a pretty good, a decent amount of time to get around this track. It takes about 40 seconds or so on fresh tires to get around this track.
Oh. Well, now that SDK has updated yet again, our biggest mover up 11 positions, 12 positions. Richard, stop changing positions.
I'm in 8th, so it's only going to be 11.
Yeah, well, it said you were 12th for a second there. We're under the second caution of the night.
That's actually not too bad. I mean, for it being the second caution here in lap 21, we still got a lot of racing left to go. It's probably going to heat up, up here towards the front. And we are about to go green, so I'll let you call the green flag racing.
Alrighty. Well, I guess that helps if I don't hide SDK for myself for a second there. All right. And we are back to green flag racing. Dakota Long is going to take that jump, leaving Cody B. Johnson right behind him. But right behind them is Chase Greer and Sean Anderson, who are battling it out for the third place position currently. And Cody B. Long is going to take the inside line and make his way around Dakota Long to take that first place position, while Chase Greer works the outside line to work his way around Dakota as well. Let's see.
Hey, Amanda.
Yes.
I think it's almost time. Who do you think is gonna win?
Let me go through these trucks, because if I remember correctly, there's a truck that was painted specifically. Well, no, I think it was a car actually, to do with the battle that Richard and I have on a weekly basis.
Yeah,
Ooh, they are getting really bad out of turn number 2.
They are not holding it together very well up there.
At 17, have a Duncan.
I do. Well, is it the 17?
Or is that
The 40?
is the Bush?
Oh, Mark Kincaid is in the. Oh, come.
Chase Greer just took a couple of people out. Lucas Reed crashed. Nathan Lafayette is now crashed. Let's take it back and take a look
no,
and see
not
what
the
happened.
Kellogg's car.
Not the Kellogg's. You need sugar for that cereal.
Well, I could be wrong, but I think
Go back to where
the
the yellow
40
flags
is Mark, right?
The 40 is going to be Chase Greer.
Oh, there goes the Bush Light car.
Let's see. Let's take this back a little bit.
Oh, so that's not a Duncan.
So it looks like there may be a couple of cars that are.
My truck's toast.
You only went off track. What happened?
No, I was involved in that.
Oh.
44 actually got into the back of me.
Oh, does that mean you're done for the night?
I got a meatball.
So
Basically,
it looks
almost any
like
driver I was thinking of picking got involved in that.
right? Like there goes the Duncan.
Duncan took a dunk.
Duncan dunked out.
Mark
Should've went with
Kincaid went up,
Starbucks, man.
got into the 40. 44 got into the back of me and caused me to hit the wall. And yeah, he never even saw the checkup.
Oh wow. So it was definitely an ugly mess. Let's go back live. See what
Hopefully, he
everybody's
still has
got.
his fast repair.
Ooh, Frank's Red Hot. Is that what I see?
Yep, there's a red hot.
You know what? That's my truck. The 74 Jeffrey Rudick, right there. Frank's Red Hot. I put that on everything.
No, that stuff isn't no.
What? The Logitech truck of Cody Johnson. No, honestly, my favorite hot sauce, if I had to pick a hot sauce, it would be Crystal's hot sauce. JBL truck of Dakota Long. Good wrench of Sean Anderson. Kind of hard to tell what that one is.
Production something.
Production. Wow, look at the damage on the back end of that truck. It's Balin Powell. Damon. Yeah, for some reason, Damon Nagel's truck always loads in solid black. The Tasmanian Devil of Joel Munchell. The SBGN truck of Curtis Ecker. Appreciate him sporting our logo on his hood. Jeffrey Rudick with Frank's Red Hot. Zach Stevens and his Daytona Hydro Dips. Beautiful paint job. Bass Pro Shop on Lyle Mitchell. Ryan Von Henschel. Looks like Miller Lite. Bush Light for Cody Brown. Jack Nunemacher and his 22 a day. The Navy truck of Mr. Christopher Alkire. Coke Zero for Marshall Johnson. Chase Greer in his Dunkin' Donuts.
Should've went with Starbucks, man.
Listen, he wouldn't have problems. I'm just saying, Starbucks. And then, of course, our lone cereal. So it looks like it's a battle of the beers. We got one coffee, one cereal, hot sauce. None of it goes together.
Oh.
None of it goes together. It's alright.
And then you have like the electronics, the Logitech, and
oh yeah, JBL speaker, Logitech, everything else.
We have a little bit of everything in here.
Right? I got a JBL speaker. Good wrench.
I think everyone does. Pretty popular brand of speaker.
They are.
And now I gotta rethink of who I want.
Well, I can't pick Richard because now he's out. I mean, honestly, it kind of looks like we're about to have a battle of the brands up front with Cody B. Johnson and Dakota Long. We are back to Green Flag Racing. This time they're going to start out a little bit more spaced out than what they were before. Got Mr. Damon Nagel working the inside line by himself. Looks like the 21 of Balin Powell tapped the wall for a second there. Let's gives Mr. Damon Nagel the opportunity to move his way up. You've got Curtis Ecker right behind Damon, utilizing that inside line to work their way up.
The pink wheels.
I love the pink wheels, not even gonna lie.
It's a nice touch.
That's what I should do with my cars. Just all black, pink wheels. That's it.
I think.
Oh, it looks like Richard is maybe coming back on track. Maybe.
Yeah, it looks like it. So I think he already used his fast repair. A lot of those drivers, I think, already used their fast repair because a lot of them were involved in the huge wreck in the
prior
beginning.
Incident. All right, we are on lap 30 out of 65. So, Brianna, I think we've only got like 2 laps to pick our drivers for the night.
I will go with. I'm gonna go with Munchel, the Tasmanian Devil car.
Alrighty. You know what? Damon Nagel seems to be doing fairly well with his solid black pink rimmed truck. So I think that's who I'm going to go with for this race. It looks like Richard is down 5 laps. See if he can make up for lost time in the pits. Where did he go?
It looks like he's the only one.
Oh.
Well, I guess Greer and someone else are in the pits.
All right, while we are doing this, let me go ahead and we'll do our driver reviews for a minute. Load this in real quick.
Guarantee something interesting will happen. It's a pink truck.
Well, it looks like I've only got 2. So we have top right is going to be Mr. Curtis Ecker. Bottom left is going to be Lyle Mitchell. Looks like Kincaid was there, but did he leave the race?
You know what? I don't know. iRacing wasn't really working for me, so I'm going based off the broadcast.
Yeah,
iRacing decided nope.
Yeah, you know, it does that sometimes. I don't understand why, but it does that sometimes. Watch the driver reviews for a moment here.
Nope, we're not gonna let you watch today.
Let's see. Got 11 viewers out there. I appreciate you guys hopping on and joining us for the broadcast this evening.
We have 10 because I'm one of the viewers.
Shush. Dang nabbit, Brianna, stop talking. We have 11 viewers out there. Cody B. Johnson holding it down in first place position. So we've got Lyle Mitchell bottom left. He's currently sitting in 8th. And Curtis Ecker is sitting in 7th. And he's going to be on the top right. Mitchell Stevens says he's going with the 47. Absolutely, Mitchell. That is a beautiful truck. And a great driver. He is a great driver. All these drivers are great, guys. And it's fun to watch them race.
Looks mean, really, anybody that's still on the lead lap could.
Yes. Looks like Richard is back in the pits.
Yeah, my truck is toast. It has no speed left in it.
Well, dang nabbit, Richard. Looks like Billy Davison is also in the pits. So I wonder if he is another casualty of tonight's racing incidents. But Richard, did you notice that the 47 has a new paint scheme?
Yes, I did.
Hey,
I
by
hope
the
to keep
way,
it.
your truck is here. I don't know if you saw that, Richard, but you have a truck in the race. Go back to full screen.
Really, everybody has really nice looking trucks.
They really do.
They are some really talented artists, car artists, I guess.
Graphic design.
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
That's the word you were looking for. I found it. I got you.
See, this is why we're friends.
See? Because I can pick up. I got it. Cody B. Johnson still holding on that first place position with Dakota Long right behind him. Let me move this out the way. There we go. Mark Stevens out there saying 47 all the way. Let's take a look. And Zach
Quite the
Stevens is currently
battle we
sitting.
have going on.
Zach Stevens is back here sitting in 6th, but he is battling with Lyle Mitchell currently to hold his spot. Damon Nagel in 5th. Joel Munchell in 4th. Sean Anderson 3rd. Dakota Long and Cody B. Johnson gonna continue their battle up here in the front for the first place position. Looks like Cody put Dakota behind him and said, "No way, Jose, not this time." Down to 7 viewers. Let's see. Bush beer.
You've bored people to death.
Oh, stop.
I'm kidding.
Joel Munchell making his way up on that high line. He's made his way around Mr. Damon Nagel. He's got Zach Stevens right there on the outside line with him, while Damon Nagel works the inside line to hold his spot. Joel Munchell's going to put some space between him and Damon Nagel. Zach Stevens and Lyle Mitchell also making their way around Damon Nagel. Looks like Lyle's going to work that inside line, just keep working his way up. Zach Stevens and Lyle Mitchell now battling it out for the 5th place position to stay in that top 5.
What I did see, Lyle was having a pretty good practice, so. And he's having a fantastic race to go.
Hey.
To go with it.
That's always a good thing.
Yeah, I can have great practices and a terrible.
We don't talk about my practice.
See, but that's all you do. You don't actually race. You should try
No.
racing once.
That's how people get hurt. What happened to your car? Well, Amanda was racing.
I'm sure the same thing gets said about me. What happened to you? Oh, it's just Brianna.
What?
What?
I really wish you were sharing my screen right now.
Send me a link.
I already did.
Oh, when? When were you gonna tell
Just a
me?
few minutes ago.
Oh, okay.
You were talking.
You could have said something. Could have said something. Let me see.
Wondering if or when the 15's gonna move. Gonna make a move on the.
Dagnabbit.
I am riding with Cody B. Johnson, and Dakota Long is all over the back bumper. I am actually riding on his gearbox cam, and he is getting up close and personal with Cody B. Johnson's back bumper. And I love it because I'm actually in VR, so I can pretty much watch everything. Nice little bump, and there's the motor.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
I'm gonna minimize the study.
But I got a very good perspective. I can look and see everything, from different views.
I see that.
Pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
That would make me dizzy.
I don't know how Richard isn't dizzy when he races. I keep Dramamine in my office for just that purpose.
And there is that Daytona Hydro Dip number 47 of Zach Stevens. I wanted to get a closer look at it just to see what it looks like, and it looks like it's pretty darn clean. Got those chrome numbers on it. Looking pretty good. And it sounds like we got some pit stops going on.
Don't have a whole lot for pit stops. They got a lot of passing going on. Cody B. Johnson still holding that first place position with Dakota Long still sitting behind him. Sean Anderson in third. Zach Stevens currently up 17 positions from where he started, sitting in fourth. Joel Munchel in fifth. Damon Nagel in sixth. Cody Brown in seventh. Curtis Ecker sitting in eighth. Mark Kincaid in ninth. Christopher Alkire in 10th, Ryan Von Henschel in 11th, Jeffrey Rudick in 12th, Nathan Lafayette in 13th, and Jack Nunemacher in 14th. Looks like Marshall Johnson is currently sitting in 15th. He has entered the pits, and Lyle Mitchell has also entered the pits.
Pit road is getting busy, and we got trouble on pit road.
Oh, who was that? Let me go back.
Oh my God.
Dakota Long is having trouble keeping it under control on pit road. Let's go back full screen. We're going to save yours though, Richard. We'll go back full screen and see what happened here.
No.
So it looks like, I guess Dakota Long was trying to go into the pits, but he was going too fast and he's trying to slow down and ended up locking it up. And then donuts on pit road.
Kind of almost looks like it was a last minute decision.
And it may have been.
I'm in the back of the pace car. I feel like I've been arrested.
You feel.
Hold on.
Or he's my Uber driver. I don't know which one.
There you go, Brianna.
Hey, bro.
Get behind that.
You want to get a move on?
Richard, I think you might be having a little bit too much fun with VR, buddy.
I'm loving it. I don't get a lot. I don't get a lot of time to really mess around, and I'm actually riding. I'm doing the NASCAR ride along with Dakota Long here.
You're like in his passenger seat.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he is.
Just wave out the passenger window. Hey, how's it going? How's your mama and them?
Makes makes me think about the infield care center. We need to bring that back.
God.
Nope. It's coming back.
Do I want to even know?
Have you never seen the infield care center? Whose truck is that?
That is Damon Nagel's riding on his right
Oh,
front.
I'm kind of mad and jealous at the same time.
Yeah,
More.
on Amanda's screen, it's just black.
It's black with pink rims.
Tired.
The only thing that is correct is the rims. So that's kind of rude of iRacing, but then again, iRacing is not always the friendliest. Let's go back to full screen.
No, it's not. How far did that little pit road incident set the 15
So
back?
the 15, and it's actually on SDK. It is the 11. Put him down. He is now down 9 positions from where he was.
It's
Currently
riding in
sitting in
11th.
10th.
Oh,
He passed Marshall Johnson. Go back up front and take a look.
Fresh tires, I
Sean
mean, he could
Anderson.
probably.
You know, I don't know. 14 laps to go. Sean Anderson is currently sitting in that lead position. Zach Stevens sitting in second. Cody B. Johnson sitting in third. Damon Nagel in fourth. And Joel Munchell currently sitting in fifth. And Joel's going to make his way up and take over that fourth place position, pushing Damon Nagel back to fifth place. Yeah, give me my iRacing for a minute.
talking about actual driver view. I'm riding around with Sean Anderson sitting in the driver's seat.
I'll reload these paints real quick. So I apologize, guys, if you see a solid white car. It's because we're trying to fix the paints and it didn't
Nope,
work.
still.
It didn't work. I don't know why it does that. Maybe I loaded in too early. It's either too early or too late, or sometimes just right at the right time for iRacing
Sometimes
to
it
give me
just
the
doesn't
correct paint.
matter.
You know, there have been some races that I have reloaded like 10 times during the race, and I still look at the same paint job, and then I'm like, was that right? And they're like, nope.
Sometimes for me, only my paint loads. And I see cars or trucks like Nagel.
Well, it looks like Zach Stevens is reeling in a Sean Anderson for that lead. Let me just make sure I am correct. Yes,
Yes.
he is definitely going to try to put that Daytona Hydro Dip truck in victory lane as they only have about 10 laps to go. Once they cross this start-finish line, 10 laps to the checkered flag, and he is slowly but surely rolling that 16 in Sean Anderson. They are both going to ride that outside line. Zach Stevens is going to ride it a little bit higher than Sean Anderson, but going to tuck it down to the middle line and get the run off the corner, and he does have that draft coming out of turn number 2, so he is making up a little bit of time on this backstretch coming in 3.
Oh, absolutely.
I am riding on board with Zach Stevens, and man, he is smooth on that wheel. I can almost reach out and touch the wheel.
You know, you keep doing that. I keep going back side by side just to see what you have going on over there.
Oh, go side by side.
Oh, it is. Just so we can see what you're doing with your...
I can't feel my legs.
Because those aren't your legs, Richard.
I so wish I could broadcast the races from VR. I really do.
Stopping you.
He can't... You can't... Technically nothing and everything all at the same time.
I mean, it would be great replay views and everything like that. Man, he has made up a lot of time on that 16. 16, you can see he is trying to break the draft, going from the outside to the inside of the track, coming in turn number 3. Zach Stevens has pretty much got that 16 locked in, and he is just buying his time, maybe trying to make that 16 make a mistake or make him eat up those tires. That low line is the line that eats up the tires, and we're going to go to a different view. Here he goes. He's got a nice little run coming in turn number 1. He's going to ride it a little bit lower this time. Didn't get the best of entry. Truck is going to push up, and look at the move, or look at the run that he got off of turn number 2. Now he is pretty much right there with that 16.
Oh, yeah. So we've got your view, Richard, and then I've got, those two battling it out. So we can see what you're seeing, and we're also watching, from a spectator point of view, how we've got this going. You can strangle me for what I did to the screen later. It's okay.
Fired.
Can't fire me. I quit.
You can hear him, from my point of view, I can definitely hear him feathering that gas. That truck is starting to get a little bit tighter coming out of the corner, so he is having to feather that gas to keep that truck stuck to the bottom of the track. Here you see he's probably going to bring it all the way down to the yellow line almost, just to keep up with that that 16 of Sean Anderson. So really good job by Zach Stevens. There you see Sean Anderson. He's going to drop down to the bottom track, try to break the draft, going to go up to the top, try to get a good entry onto turn number 1, and look at the run that Zach Stevens has for that first position.
Oh, absolutely.
Quite the battle for, what is it, third?
I'm going back there to see what's going on back here.
Is that for there's a nice little swarm going on a little bit further back. Richard, if you want to pop along with Damon Nagel, you will be right behind the swarm that is now spreading out a little bit. There was a battle for third between Mark Kincaid, Dakota Long, Cody Johnson, and Joel Munchell. Let's see, we're going to go back full screen.
Munchell rubbed the wall a little bit.
And this is where the battle is going to be. It looks like you got the 15 of Dakota Long. You got Mark Kincaid. And it looks like you got the True Force of True Force number 08 of Cody Johnson. They are going to be pretty much in a straight line. They only have about 3 laps at the line. Ooh, he's riding underneath that yellow line, and that is going to be very dangerous. I don't have a telemetry, so I don't know how far back they are, but there we have a side-by-side for this position. And we're going to go get a real good view of it. And I'm sorry I have to do this. I don't usually have to. There we go. There is the view that I'm seeing. 2 Chevrolets battling out, coming out of turn number 2. Only a few laps left here in the race, and they are, who is Dakota Long going to go with? And it looks like he is going to go with the 08. 08 has the better run off the corner, and the 54 is just going to send it in there. Is he going to pull a slide job? And is Dakota, or is Cody Johnson gonna do a crossover. Nope, it looks like Mark Kincaid was able to block him. Oh, Mark Kincaid tries to block again, and he gets a little bump from the 08. I love this view.
I see that.
Oh, snap. Oh, man. Oh, might be some contact. Oh, little bump.
Oh, is that a little bit of a bump? It's kind of hard to tell.
Yes, that was a little bit of a bump. He's thinking about taking a 3 wide here, and he decided not to, but we are coming to the white flag. This is for all the marbles. There you see the 54 trying to pinch the 08. I could see his undercarriage. Ooh.
All right, and we have a white flag. Let's see.
Felt like I was about to get hit right there. Whoa.
White flag brought to you by Pierce Graphics, proud sponsor of Southern Broadcast Gaming Network.
This is freaking awesome. Oh, is he going to give him the fender? Is he? No, it's going to be 08 and then the 54 and the 15.
And
there's
the checkered flag.
So Zach Stevens was able to bring home a second.
Yes, he was. Sean Anderson finished in first. Zach Stevens finished in second. Cody B. Johnson finished in third. And Zach Stevens was our biggest mover of the night.
And I get the VR burnout.
That was a great race.
That was definitely fun. All right.
Oh, he's got pink lug nut studs.
Are you complaining?
No, I was just saying.
Oh, okay. Just thought What is this? All right. I don't see Cody Johnson in.
He usually joins afterwards.
Oh.
But yeah, that was a pretty darn good race. You can go back to full screen.
I am back to full screen, actually.
Okay. Definitely a different perspective in VR watching, the side by, I wasn't able to see the side by side, but it's definitely a different perspective of the way we would view the race. And, there might come a time that I might just do that.
You know what? If I can handle everything else, you know what? We might just let you do that.
Oh, no, I'm talking about actually broadcast it.
We'll talk about that later. All right, so here are your finishing results. Is that right? That is not right. Hold on. Told you SDK is not.
It's saying Lyle finished third.
Like, where is?
All right, your finishing results are going to be Sean Anderson is going to bring home the win here tonight at Michigan. Zach Stevens is going to bring home second place. Cody B. Johnson is going to finish in third. Fourth is going to be Mark Kincaid. Fifth is going to be Mr. Dakota Long. Lyle Mitchell is going to finish in sixth. Seventh is going to be Marshall Johnson. Eighth is going to be Joel Munchell. Ninth is going to be Christopher Alkire. 10th is going to be Cody Brown. 11th is going to be Ryan Von Henschel.
There we go.
12th. You got it?
Yeah, I don't know what
All
I
right.
did. 12th
Take
is
it
going
away.
to be Curtis Ecker. 13th is Damon Nagel. 14th, Jeffrey Rudick. 15th, Nathan Lafayette. 16th is going to be Jack Nunemacher. 17th is going to be Kyle Chafin. 18th is going to be Chase Greer. 19th is going to be Lucas Reed. 20th will be Balin Powell. 21st, Billy Davison. And finishing in 22nd, last but not least, is our very own Richard Hurst.
Oh, I was last.
I know. Like I said, last but not least.
Oh, man.
Dead
I could
last.
I could have had something. If you ain't first, you're last. And that's statement true. All right, we're going to bring up Cody B. Johnson really quick and let him talk about his race. And here he comes.
You got it?
Cody Johnson, this is Richard, Amanda,
And Brianna up in the booth.
Brianna up in the booth.
Y'all
You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can. Well, man, you put on a pretty good show. I was out there racing with you, but I never saw your truck due to an incident early on, and then the second incident pretty much took my truck out. But you ran a very good race. You had a little bit of problems on pit road, it looks like, and it put you back through in the field. But you were able to work your way back up to third. Man, tell us a little bit about your race.
Oh yeah, it was fun. Me and Dakota and Sean were trying to just log laps right there, and had done a good job of doing that, staying out of trouble, and came down those green flag stops, and I ran out of talent, had too much rear brake in it, and locked up the rear tires on pit road entry, and bounced it off the inside wall, and lost the 2 liters. I hurried up and checked my fast repair. I didn't know how much damage I had by bumping that inside wall, but me by myself, I could never get to them. So, like I said, good win to Sean there. That was nice to see him be able to pull it out. But yep, just wasn't my night. Ran out of talent on the entry and piled her into the wall.
Well, you still had a pretty good third place battle with you between yourself, Mark Kincaid, and which was the other? I think it was Dakota Long. Yeah, y'all had a pretty good battle going on.
Yeah, it was fun. I think Dakota was at my pace on entry, and I think he somewhat did the same thing. I think he went around, but I don't think he hit anything. But yep, it was a fun race. I enjoyed that. It was a lot of fun racing side by side, and I didn't know you were racing, but I would have tried to look for you, but I didn't know that you were going to hop in there with us tonight.
I was in the back, so you would have never saw me. I was not as fast. I did work my way up to the 8th position, and that's when that other big one happened, and I got involved in that. Had just an innocent bystander in that. So without a fast repair, I had no chance. And but yeah, man, it was pretty darn good race, man. With those podium finishes, you know, you can give all the shout outs that you would like to give, and the floor is yours, my friend.
Well, I appreciate it. Like I said, appreciate you guys for streaming every week. Always fun to go back and watch, and shout out to Sean there on that win. Congrats to him, and the guys I run with. Kyle was in it tonight. Chafin, Ryan, Lucas, Rudick. Now that you were in it, I can say that you're part of our little crew. You was racing with us, so shout out to you too.
I make an appearance every now and then. Even Jack Nudemacher got out there and beat me, but man, that's going to help you out definitely. You know, those finishes that you are where you're finishing at each and every week. You know, that's definitely helping you out in the points, and you are on the move in those points right now. Coming into this race, you were sitting 20th, but man, you should probably be moving up, probably around the top 18 at least.
Yeah, well, hopefully, I don't know what the requirements are to make it to the playoffs, but I don't know how even if they have playoffs here, if it's just a yearly thing, but hopefully I can be there at the end.
Yes, they do have the playoffs, and I think you have to have ineligibility is based off of on starts. On start requirements, so we'll have to look at that and see if you have a chance. But man, if you do, man, you're gonna make a big statement if you can get it locked in. But great race, my friend, and we will catch you later.
All right, man, I appreciate it. Y'all have a good one.
You too. All right. Next is going to be Zach Stevens.
You got him?
Maybe.
I got him.
Okay.
Zach.
He's talking. He was talking to somebody. You interrupted his conversation.
I think he was talking to Jeffrey Reddick.
I was talking to Sean. We was talking about 4 wide.
Well, you definitely did them proud here tonight as you brought home a second place finish. You were not able to reel in the leaders, Sean Anderson, to make the pass for the win, but man, you definitely put up a good fight. I believe you were probably one of the biggest movers of the race. Is that right, Amanda?
He was the biggest mover of the race, up 19 positions from where he started.
Yeah, you started behind me, so. But yeah, you had that Daytona Hydro Dip 47 moving through the field, and I got to watch some of that.
Yeah, I didn't even realize you was in the field there until later on. But yeah, I didn't quite make it home in time to finish my qualifying. I only got 1 lap in, so I probably would have been a little bit. I don't know where I would have been, but I probably could have got a little higher on the standings. But yeah, just try to make my way up through there. Got in some trouble with another guy earlier on, put me back again. Had to drive back up through there and made some time up on pit road. Me and Sean came out, and I was trying to follow him for most of that run, and then I started trying to put some pressure on, but truck just got too tight with about 5 to go. Then with about 2 to go, I saw I could drive a little bit deeper into 3 and 4, but I just ran out of time. It would have been a tough pass either way. Truck's just really tight.
Yeah, I was actually riding around with you in VR. We were doing a little side by side, so I was in your truck looking around. Man, it was actually pretty awesome. To be able to display that on the stream. But man, that was a good race. Loved watching it. Congratulations on the second place. About those podium finishes, man. You can give all the shout outs you would like to give.
All right, just want to thank Daytona Hydro Dip for being on the truck. I was racing a Chevy this week, so I put a new paint scheme on it. I think it turned out pretty good. Just want to thank 4 Wide. Had a bunch of guys in this race from that league. Thank y'all for putting on a good broadcast. I'll have to watch it back. But it was a fun race. Michigan's always fun. Draft is a big part of it, but then you got to drive it later on in the runs. But it was fun. I had a lot of fun.
Absolutely, us too. Well, we'll let you go down there and celebrate with the 4 Wide guys. Tell them we said hello, and we will catch you later, my friend.
All right, appreciate it. Hey to my mom, my dad, my uncles. Appreciate it. Y'all have a good one.
You too.
You too.
They always thanks his family at the end.
Absolutely. Mark Stevens always out there in the chat rooting on that number 47. So
tonight we also
love
have
to see the
Mitchell
family.
Stevens.
Oh, nice.
So,
yeah.
Know,
Mitchell and a Miles. Oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't see Miles. I see Mitchell and Mark.
Yeah, Miles is all the way up at the top on the YouTube side. So good to see. Good to see the family joining into the stream. But we have one more interview to do, and that's going to be our race winner.
You ready?
Yep.
All right, there you go.
Sean Anderson, this is Richard, Amanda, and Brianna in the booth. You got a copy?
I got a copy, guys. How's it going?
It's going pretty darn good. You had a very good race. It looks like you lost some of your running buddies due to a pit stop that went wrong, and but you were able to hold on to that top spot. You had a little bit of pressure from the 47 of Zach Stevens, but you were able to hold him off. Man, talk to us a little bit about your race.
Race went pretty good. We were just trying to stay single file up front and try to pull away from the field, but you're pretty much wide open the whole time, so you can't really get away from the pack. So we're trying to save the right front a little bit for turns 1 and 2, 3 and 4, pretty much just flat out the whole time. Coming to those pit stops, we were trying to kind of take it easy, and they started gapping me, so I tried going harder, and then all of a sudden I see CJ get loose, Dakota get loose, and spin out, and I just hoped I didn't hit any of them and hope we could all get going, but I came out of pits and I didn't see any of them. I just saw Zach. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be an interesting battle to the win. And then Zach, I kept trying to break the draft and he kept catching me, and then he'd fall back a little bit. I really thought he was going to get me there at the end, and then he started getting tight in 1 and 2, and I started driving away a little bit at the end there. So congrats to him on second. It was a fun race for sure.
Yeah, I got the pleasure of racing a little bit in it. It was definitely a fun race, big pack racing, and man, I was having fun. So I know a lot of the drivers were having fun too. Man, once again, congratulations, man. You are definitely working your way up through the points. Also, that is are you eligible to be locked in? I don't know. I'll find that out. But man, with those wins and those podium finishes, man, you get to give all the shout outs that you would like to give. And the floor is yours whenever you're ready.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Hopefully I can get enough starts in here in the next couple weeks to make the playoffs. First shout out's going to go to Jeff Rudick, my man. He finished 14th tonight on the lead lap. He's definitely getting quicker and getting the hang of this. So congrats to him on starting to figure it out. Cody Johnson, Dakota Long, they were some good drafting partners tonight. I hate it for them that they wrecked, but congrats on them and their finishes, and congrats to Lucas Reed and Kyle Chafin for racing with us as well, and Ryan Von Henschel. We got a good group of guys, and we all work together to help each other out. And thanks to them for everything they do.
Absolutely. Well, and we appreciate you joining us in the booth. And we got Jay Munch out there saying 69. But we'll let you go celebrate just and man, we hope you have a good night, and once again, congratulations.
Thank you, guys. Congrats to you on the good broadcast as always. Talk to you later.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, Mitchell Steven is Zach's dad. He just posted that. Mark's his uncle, and Miles. I don't know which one that one is, but yeah, we love having them here. And I know we're getting ready to close down the stream, but we appreciate everybody that stops by and joins the stream and spends the evening with us. Supports these drivers in the league. They definitely work hard on these tracks. A lot of them work hard, practicing, days before the race, and it definitely shows.
Jay Rudick, they're saying 74.
Oh, Rudick, yeah. Once again, he did really well, and he's I was racing side by side with him for a little while, so he is definitely getting faster and faster, and moving up the grid at the end of these races. So that's a big accomplishment. Glad to see that, and I'm glad that I was able to get out there in Michigan, even though I wasn't able to finish due to 2 incidents. It was definitely a pleasure getting out there and driving with these guys. Great bunch of guys. They race clean. I never had a problem. Not once.
You know what? Maybe we'll have to start doing this more often, Richard. You race and I'll broadcast, and you can talk while you're racing.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later, though. But all right, well, we are going to shut it down for the evening. Once again, thank you for stopping by, joining us for your Tuesday evening for Old Glory Truck Series. Tomorrow, don't forget, we do have the Cup Series going on, the Genesis Cup Series, that is. Where are they at tomorrow night? I believe they are at Charlotte?
Yep, we're at Charlotte tomorrow night.
So definitely join in for Charlotte. I believe that's Patriotic Week. So you will see the red, white, and blue on a lot of cars. But on behalf of myself, Amanda, and Brianna, we wish y'all. We hope y'all have a good rest of your week, and we will catch. If we don't see you tomorrow, we will catch you next time.